It's game week 16 of the Premier League season, the final game week before the World Cup. Last week I got 0 predictions right. To be honest with you, I nearly broke into tears. I predicted West Ham Crystal Palace to be a 1-1 draw, and then Elise bags a last minute winner in the last second of the game. There's a good chance after that game I was sadder than most West Ham fans. But at least this is the final Premier League game week for over a month. I say that acting like I won't be doing World Cup predictions and they won't be equally as bad. But look, let's stop with the self-pity and move on to game week 16 Premier League predictions. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd also like to thank you all for 3,000 subscribers. Man City versus Brentford. Man City with a really good win in midweek, beating Chelsea 2-0, and it was their B team playing, which is impressive. Regular viewers of the channel will know I don't really rate Ederson, and Ortega's performance midweek shows that he should be Man City's number one. On the ball, Ederson is brilliant, fantastic distribution, one of, if not the best in the world. However, when it comes to shot stopping, he really isn't one of the best in the world. This season in the Premier League, he saved 67% of his shots, meaning almost 1 in every 3 shots goes in. When you're a keeper for a team of the calibre of Man City, that really isn't good enough. Ederson will let in 1 goal thanks to Ivan Toney, but it won't be enough for Brentford, as Man City will win this game 3-1. Bournemouth versus Everton, round 2 of the Carabao Cup match, which Bournemouth won 4-1, an embarrassing result for Frank Lampard's Everton. All season you've heard me talking about how good defensively Everton have been. Well, that was James Tarkowski and Connor Cody. Different story when it comes to Michael Keane, and you really have to ask yourself, is he an actual footballer? Everton will of course be looking for revenge in this game. Sadly, they're not going to get it because Bournemouth will be full of confidence and they're going to win this game 2-0. Liverpool versus Southampton. Caoimhín Kelleher saved Liverpool midweek as they almost went out on penalties to Derby in the Carabao Cup. This game is a really big chance for Caoimhín Kelleher as he faces Gavin Bazunu, and he can show off to Stephen Kenny that he is the better goalkeeper. Sadly, he's not going to get that chance because, well, Alisson will play and also Bazunu is quite obviously the better goalkeeper. 2 9-0 losses later, Ralph Hasenhüttl is sacked as Southampton manager. Go back 8 years ago, Germany were winning the World Cup. They had some of the best defenders in the world. 8 years later, they're now bringing a Southampton centre-back to the World Cup. And to be fair, that does sound mean, but I do think Bela Kotchap has a lot of potential, and in a few years' time, he could potentially be one of the best defenders in the world. Sadly, gone are the days I can predict Southampton to lose this game 9-0, but I do think Liverpool will turn it on and they'll win this game 3-0. Though, knowing Liverpool this season, they'll probably go out and lose. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. At the start of the video, I talked about my hate for Elise. He scored a last-minute winner to get my prediction wrong. Nico Williams, mate, if you are watching this video, which is incredibly likely, you are in my FPL team, but I will willingly sacrifice those points for you to snap his legs off. But you know what, I'll put my agenda aside. Elise, he's a good player. He scored a nice goal to win Crystal Palace the game. Fair play to him. And of course, this prediction is nothing personal, but Nottingham Forest will win this game 2-0 thanks to a goal from Jesse Lingard and Sam Sturridge. Spurs versus Leeds. Spurs was sent out of the Carabao Cup this week after losing to Nottingham Forest, an embarrassing result, and surely that means another season trophyless for Spurs. The Carabao Cup, they're already out. Highly unlikely they win the league. The FA Cup, knowing Spurs will go out in their first game versus a League 2 side, and the team that just got knocked out of the Carabao Cup to Nottingham Forest faced the 7-time European champions AC Milan in the round of 16, who are currently the Scudetto holders. Spurs will not bounce back in this game. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. Rodrigo will open the scoring for Leeds and Harry Kane will slot home a penalty to make it 1-1. West Ham versus Leicester, and finally it looks like Jamie Vardy is back to full fitness and he's back to his best. Finally Vardy is back on form. Finally he's building up some consistency, and then, well, we're taking a 2-month break from club football. Someone that will not be taking a break is James Maddison, finally for the first time selected to the England squad. I'm delighted for James Maddison making the England squad. He's a fantastic player and he deserves it, but inside I am heartbroken. I really, for some reason, thought he might pick up Stephen Kenny's call. But no, for some reason, James Maddison will represent England to the World Cup instead of representing Ireland in friendlies versus Norway and Malta. I reckon Leicester will win this game 2-1 thanks to goals from the 2 men I've been talking about, Jamie Vardy and James Maddison. Newcastle versus Chelsea. Newcastle are in fantastic form, whilst Chelsea are in a bit of dodgy form. They couldn't even beat Man City's B team. It was only about 2 weeks ago when Graham Potter was hailed as Chelsea's Lord and Saviour. He would bring Chelsea back to glory. Now, apparently, he's out of his depth. Callum Wilson has been called up to the England squad and he's going to bag in this game as Newcastle will continue their winning streak, Chelsea will continue their losing streak, Newcastle will win this game 2-1. Wolves versus Arsenal. Wolves have been a little bit dodgy this season, while Arsenal have been quite the opposite. They've been consistently good throughout the season and are currently top of the Premier League. Gabriel Jesus' form is a little bit worrying. He started off so well for Arsenal, now he hasn't scored in a month in the Premier League. I mentioned that Arsenal haven't been dodgy this season. I meant in the Premier League. They've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Brighton, a disastrous performance. But I reckon Arsenal will get back on form in this game. They're going to win 3-1 thanks to Gabriel Jesus scoring 2, getting back on form before the World Cup, and 1 from Bukayo Saka. Brighton versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa beat Man United last week and lost to Man United yesterday. It really looks like Emery has revitalised Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard had such a good squad, yet he managed to do so little with it. Emery is really getting the best out of those players so far anyway. Brighton are picking up some good results under De Zerbi, like I already mentioned. They beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, a really good result for them. It'll be interesting to see if they can compete for the competition. Two good coaches, two good teams. It's going to be a close match, and I do think it's going to end up being a draw, but there will be goals. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. Pascal Gross and Trossard will score for Brighton, while Aston Villa, Leon Bailey and Jacob Ramsey will bag. Fulham versus Man United. Man United beat Aston Villa midweek to go on to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Speed was there and he sadly didn't get to see Ronaldo score. It would have broke the internet had Ronaldo scored while Speed was at the stadium, but look, we can't have everything we want. Fulham fans will be wanting all 3 points in this game. It is a home game. Sadly, they're not going to be getting it. Man United are going to win this game 3-1. For some reason, I've decided to predict all my goal scorers as Portuguese players. Diego Dalot, Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo will score for Man United, and Palhinha will score for Fulham. So, that was my Game Week 16 Premier League predictions. My last Premier League predictions video for a month and a half. Me personally, I won't miss it. I won't miss looking like an idiot every single week. And all of you will probably miss laughing at me every single week. But don't worry, I will be doing World Cup predictions. My group stage predictions will be out on Sunday, and then I'll be doing match week predictions the day before every single match week. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one.